how are you doing? Advocate Yonatan Boteach and Alexander Pavkov. Nice.
A great engineer.
A great engineer, yes.
Yes.
So
mediocre engineer, yes.
No. So if you can, each of you can introduce yourselves briefly. Where are you from? What do you do? Like family status.
Right. Children first, Mr. Popkov, go ahead.
I'm doing boring stuff connected to cooling. I guess I have a Twitter account where I post once a day, and I have an annoying family.
That's good.
Let me supplement you with the important stuff about Alexander. So he has a cat. That's his first child.
Yes.
And then he just got the second child. Hello, Catty. Hello, Catty. Meow, meow, meow. And then he also has a baby. And Popkov, he loves to change diapers. He loves it. He won't admit it, but I know it. As for myself, I am an attorney. I am dual citizenship, Israeli and American. And I love conspiracies, which is why me and Mr. Popkov are the best of friends. And Mr. Sperling, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, I live in Israel. I don't know. Still single, not married. So if you have somebody to...
Are you looking? Are you looking? Are you looking?
Of course, always. And I'm a big Jew, and I did all kinds of stuff in my life. I had all kinds of different things that I did, but now we're doing this. It's nice. Well, nice.
Okay, first of all, let's take care of the important stuff. Let me tell you a joke. So this guy, he inherits $1 million. And his friends, they ask him, oh, what you going to do with all this money? He says, well, the first half will go in ladies and liquor. The other half will go on trivial stuff, trivial. So ladies and liquor first. So tell us, what are you looking for? And we're going to do something because we know a few women. Yeah, let's go. Tell us, who do you want?
Me?
Yes.
I thought it was a joke.
The joke ended. We are serious now.
Okay.
Even the cat is getting excited. Okay, go ahead, Shmuel.
Okay, so first of all, we're going to talk about
No. I asked you to elaborate about your personal life. We're going to find you a nice Jewish lady. So tell us who she needs to be.
What should I say? What should I tell about myself or what?
About the lady that you want to share your life with.
Wow. I mean,
how old are you?
46.
Nice. Okay. Never married?
No, never married. No. I like morals. I like people that are ethical. Like you know what I mean? That say the truth. Like to do good stuff and stuff like that. And women, I don't know. I mean,
and women are like that. Come on, you have to be politically correct. They never lie.
No, so I'm searching for a woman that also will be like with my values and stuff like that. And I don't know. I don't have a lot of demands, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't. I don't like. It's hard to find somebody that It's
all right. You live this for me, and Alexander will take care of you. For a nice commission and a nice tip.
Okay.
Very good. Okay, and your bank account, it's nice and with a lot of zeros. Very
a lot of zeros, yeah. That's a lot of zeros, but not in the right order.
Right. Okay, and what do you do in life? What do you do?
Well, I was an instructor, a teacher. I was a musician, a classical musician, actually.
Piano?
No, clarinet. I played in orchestras. I was a teacher, stuff like that. And
nice.
And Also, I high tech a little bit. Like 7 years in high tech a little bit. I was how do you say QA stuff like that. And
Did you go to school for that? Did you
I did
study this?
I did Microsoft MCITP. I think it's a network system admin something. I did a year Microsoft course something, and
Okay.
yeah, and
Okay. And you send us a link.
and
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 it's
I
called
have
MCSI now.
a second degree in history and philosophy of science from
Second degree is a master's. You have a master's in
yeah.
that's very nice.
Sounds
That's very
very
nice.
useful.
And you now getting to the point, you send me and Alexander a
Yeah.
link that you're talking about Candace Owens.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about Charlie Kirk and his assassination and everything around it. And so, first of all, I would like to ask panel. I would like to ask each of you, like, who was Charlie Kirk for you? How do you like? What do you think about Charlie Kirk? Like, did you know him before the assassination? What did you follow him? And what do you think about him?
All right, Alexander, go ahead.
Didn't care about him especially. He's into this whole Christian thing and the advocating to have children at an early age, and he was in general attacking the core support base of the accursed leftist, which is children and young adults who have no idea how life works, and that's why they're stupid enough to think that the government can fix their problems. When I was, I don't know, 15, I also thought that, if the government was managed by less stupid people, then we could really fix the problems because there is enough money and there is enough resources to make everybody well off, if not even wealthy, especially in Israel, where GDP per capita is higher than in Germany. And the only obstacle is these stupid old people in the ministries and in the Knesset. And if we just do some revolutionary stuff and change them with young and uncorrupted people, then everything will be better.
You
And
are a
then
Gen Z. I never knew that, Mr.
And then
Popko.
I read the Vinograd report, and I realized
Tell us, what is the Vinograd? We are talking to the
that's the
public
commission that
audience outside
investigated.
of Israel.
It's the commission that investigated the Second Lebanon War, and I realized that no matter at what age and what rank, anybody who was allowed to become a military officer is dangerously stupid, and trusting anybody else to make decisions for me is dangerously stupid. And since then, I have become the anti-collectivist, strongly, very, very strongly anti-collectivist, in favor of people
Collectivism.
solving problems themselves instead of trusting the government.
Okay, now you guys know why I want to kill Alexander, because he's going against my job in the army. I used to train the cadets in the
Yes,
Israeli
yes, we see the results to
Army
this very
School
day.
of Officers, Bad Echad. And
Yes,
Alexander belittles me, and you know what I'm gonna do to him when I have the chance.
Alexander was rejected in the psychological
Bad Echad.
test because he was told by the specialist of Kenan Shefi that he's ashamed of arguing with people. That's the level of expertise of people who select who becomes an officer in the Israeli army.
Say that
Me,
again.
ashamed of arguing with people.
Arguing?
What?
What did you say, Alexander? You're ashamed of arguing?
I am shy about
Oh,
arguing
you're
with people. That's
shy.
what
That's a
these
joke.
great doctors, professors wrote.
That's a joke.
But I
So
think
what did you do instead? What did you do instead in the army?
you're muted. Something happened.
His internet
Oh,
is off. Okay, so let me tell you, Shmuel, what I know about Charlie Kirk. So as a lawyer, I am in a panel of Republican lawyers. It's not a message from Alexander. I don't know what happened to him. Okay, just watch out. Maybe he wants to join again. You let him in. Okay, so as a lawyer in California, which is a blue state, and we are talking to people outside of Israel, so they know what a blue state is, California is, and New York is. California is very democratic. So I was invited to join this panel of Republican lawyers, hoping to regain California and turn it Republican again. Small chance, big hope, small chance. I don't see it coming in the future. Maybe in 2028, if not 2032. We're working on it. So Charlie Kirk was very important for us, Shmuel, because he was doing a lot of very important job of bringing the young people back to the Republican Party. And that was highly appreciated. So personally, of course, I followed him. I know about him because all of us in the Republican Party, we were happy about everything that was happening to bring the young people back into the party. Hello, Alexander.
Hi.
But I have one thing to say. Charlie Kirk became to everybody in the United States and even worldwide, he became extremely important after he died. And because he died, and because of the way he died, and because of his last words before he was shot dead, and because of the person who shot him, and because of the
Allegedly.
agenda that pushed that young man to shoot him, and because, and this Shmuel and Alexander, I want to put as a topic for our discussion, because there are some seemingly intelligent people who are now blaming Mossad for knocking down the Twin Towers and killing Charlie Kirk. It's the same thing. We first took Manhattan, then we took New York. We first knocked down the Twin Towers. Now we killed Charlie Kirk.
About the Twin Towers, I will definitely disagree. There were elements of the Israeli defensive systems that were at least aware of an alleged plot to bring down the Twin Towers.
So did the CIA and the FBI, but people learning to fly and they never asked, how do we land? Okay, now continue.
If you're stupid enough to believe that version, then yes.
Continue. There is emails supporting that, but continue.
Okay, so I'll tell what, for me, I've been following Charlie Kirk for years, and I always, just recently, just like a few weeks before he was killed, I thought to myself, how does he do it? It's like, how does he has such knowledge, and he has the answers. Everybody, everything that he's asked, he has the exact answer, and he was a master debate. Like a master.
He read hundreds of books.
And his memory, and it's not only I read, but I forget. And like he was amazing. He was just one of a kind. He was a genius. And also I talked about.
And he didn't go to college.
And he didn't because of that. He was a genius.
Oh, I love that. Because he didn't go to college, he was very smart. Because right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you go to college in the United States, outside of vocational schools, you come out a dummy, a robot. He didn't go to college, and this is what saved him. And he was autodidact.
Yes.
He learned everything by himself by reading books. People read books. One book on each topic is enough. You could debate anyone in the world. Just read one book on each topic. It's about 20 books you need to read. You will know everything you need to know.
And also, moreover, more importantly for me is his values, because although I'm Jewish, he's Christian, but there are a lot of overlap. Like Christians comes from the Judean values, the basic, and he was a good man. I mean, I really, even when I say it, I feel like I'm sad because he was even more. He was smart and the genius and everything, but he was just a very extraordinarily good man, and you can see it how he debates all kinds of different people, how he treats them. Like he really wants the best for everybody. But the leftists, after he was assassinated, they immediately started the campaign to smear his name, right? About he being homophobic, he's been anti whatever, racist. So I wanted to show you just a few very short clips, very short.
Please, do it. Nice.
Yeah. So just a second. I'll share screen. Here you go. Here you go. Do you see my screen? Or
No.
Not yet.
Now?
Wait, it says
Still no.
double click. Oh, okay,
yeah.
we got it. Yeah,
Yeah, we got
Alexander, you need to double click. Okay, thank you, Shmuel. Go ahead.
Okay, first clip.
Start it.
People stop talking, really bad stuff starts. When marriages stop talking, divorce happens. When civilizations stop talking, civil war ensues. When you stop having a human connection with someone you disagree with, it becomes a lot easier to want to commit violence against that group. What we as a culture have to get back to is being able to have a reasonable disagreement where violence is not an option.
He was against violence.
Wow,
He was against
that is huge. That is huge.
And
I
now,
never heard that.
and
It's
now
beautiful.
another short clip when they say he was anti-gay, anti-trans. This is an amazing clip. You have to see this.
They're supporting open homosexuality.
So I'm going to ask a very respectful question, as respectfully as I can. What does what they do in their private life concern you so much that you have to go up in front of a crowd? And
it is against God. That is.
So let me ask
Are
you
you
a
a
question.
Christian or not?
do we live in a theocracy? Yes or no? No. Do we live in a theocracy?
You said you're a Christian.
I am a Christian. And do you know what? And guess what? I will say this. Part of being a Christian is appropriately interpreting what the theological says for the individual, but also means to be long-suffering and patient and loving and kind. Jesus Christ talked to all people. Jesus Christ went and did his ministry through Judea and Samaria, and he had dinner with tax collectors, and he had dinner with prostitutes, and he did his ministry in every part of the Mediterranean. What it means to be a Christian, my friend, is to be open-minded but firm in your beliefs, so you can have that belief. But if you say there's something inherently wrong with communicating or associating just because they make different personal decisions than you, sir, are not a conservative. Thanks for being here tonight.
So I don't think he was so anti-gay, you know. And last,
Wait, this is deep, and we can discuss that. And I got some things to say about that. So Shmuel, how do you want to do it? We can comment after each clip, or
Yeah,
we
just,
wait.
You can write down notes and say at the end of the video.
just 25 seconds here. I'll show you. This is
Right, go ahead.
this is about the race thing. About the race thing, right?
Right.
Is this the guy you're calling a racist?
One thing that white people and black people have different biologically.
Don't change the question of this. Like DNA-wise, we are different.
No, we're not. That's a lie. It has been disproven. Front page of National Geographic 6 months ago. Racism created by society. Race is a social construct that I want to break out of.
Hold up. He doesn't even believe in race. The Oxford English.
Okay. So, and also many
Nice.
That's actually wrong.
whatever, but it shows you where his head was at. You know, it doesn't really matter right
Yeah.
now. You know.
Yes.
Okay, so this I want to show you, and okay, so, and then you see this also short clip about how he was treated by the radical left.
You, I hate you.
Would you like to have a substantive conversation, or
A substitute? No, man.
No, would you like to have a conversation?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like you. I think you spread hate. I think you spread bigotry. I think you a lot of people off because you're just an awful person. I don't think you really want to debate because you're just here to piss people off and energize your crowd of racists.
What have I ever said that's racist?
Oh,
Can you name one thing?
I'm Hispanic.
Can I support Charlie?
Can you name
Does that mean anything? I think you're just trying to play a game, and I think this is obviously going to be used.
What have I ever said that's
I just want
hateful?
to hate you. You're awful. Get off my campus.
When have I ever said anything that's hateful? Have a nice day. He can't say anything I've ever said that's racist, because I've never said anything that's racist. That is the American left in one picture, everybody.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
First of all, Ishal Koach. Ishal Koach is Kadus. How do you say it in Turkish? I forgot. But Ishal Koach, meaning more strength to you, Shmuel, for collecting these videos. Some of them I've never seen. It's very meaningful, very powerful. I got a lot to say about each video. Alexander, do you want to start?
He is well versed in avoiding controversial opinions because, like I was trying to say in the previous segment, his goal was to deny the leftists one of their key voting demographics, which is naive young people who think that if they vote for big government to fix their problems, then their problems would get fixed. And by reducing the level of support in American elections, which are usually with less than a 5% margin between Republicans and Democrats, he was a very serious threat to the Democratic establishment and the Democratic Party as a whole. And that is why he was largely successful in at least spreading doubt among the young people. And once people who are not stupid have doubts and begin to question the official version, they might reach interesting conclusions, whether it's their voting pattern or whether it's the events of September 2001. And this is why he was so dangerous, and this is why he was killed in a particularly public fashion by allegedly someone who received an undisclosed amount of money from a educational program directly tied to the CIA.
All right, so Alexander cannot do without his conspiracies.
No, he was officially, the alleged assassin was officially in a university, Milga program.
Get a tuition.
He was receiving a tuition from a group
Stipend.
called CAI, which is directly linked to the CIA. So he was receiving a greater than zero amount of money from a CIA front company. That is not
Allegedly.
disputed.
You forgot the magic word, allegedly.
No, that's not alleged. That's entered into evidence during his trial.
Okay. No,
and was not
I'm
disputed.
saying anything. His trial didn't even start yet, so there was nothing introduced in his trial. No, trust me on that one. But I think, Alexander, you kind of contradicted yourself. He was dangerous because he could convince young people who didn't know what the hell they're doing to vote for big government.
No, I said he was
freaked out.
voting for big government is the Democratic Party policy, and he was sowing doubt within young people by debating them, so that less of them will directly vote for the Democrat. I don't mean he was very successful in turning them into Republicans, but by just denying their vote to the Democrats, he was already shifting the scales in many local and even state elections.
Well, I got news for you, Alexander. I've been following Charlie Kirk, not closely, but enough. Before he died, he never said you need to vote Republican. That wasn't his agenda.
Exactly. That was the trick he was playing. He never made himself partisan.
A trick is in your mind, your opinion. You cannot say, well, if I think that, then he was thinking that. No, he was telling people, listen, if boys goes to girls' bathrooms and undress there, it's not so, the little girls might feel kind of intimidated. and not to talk about the Olympics in Paris, where this, what is it, the Dutch girl, she was beat up by this Algerian or something in a knockout, and it took 10 seconds, to say this is not normal, and to say that, where are we headed as a nation? He did not have a partisan look or outlook on what is happening in the United States. He was just calling on people, Alexander, to open their mind and not to be brainwashed by the media. That's how I look at it, and I love them for it. And if someone on the left was doing that and telling me on the right, oh, listen, the right, we need to be an independent nation in Israel, and we cannot support the we cannot trust the Palestinians, and so on and so on. Please talk to me. Please tell me how I'm wrong. I would love to know that. I would love to think about it. He was just telling people to think. And it seems to me, Alexander, that you're kind of, you don't really respect so much what he was doing. I think you're wrong about this. Shmuel, what do you think?
By the way, he helped Trump get elected. He was very instrumental in that.
Absolutely.
He was one of, and for us Israelis, if Trump wasn't elected for the second term, if Kamala would be president, I mean,
disaster.
And also, of course, he was a huge supporter of Israel till his last, all of his life. Whatever they say, that's just factual.
We can talk about this later. We can talk about this later about his last 2-3 months to get him and Megyn Kelly.
Yeah,
I listened very carefully to his podcast with Megyn Kelly, that he complained to her, why are people telling me, you know what, I would like to go into this right now. So, about 3 months ago, when was he murdered? About a month ago?
Month and something, yeah.
All right. So, about a month before his murder, Megyn Kelly, whom I love, and now people are attacking her, ADL. I don't like ADL, the Anti-Defamation League. I don't like them. And they were attacking Megyn Kelly. Oh, you're against Israel and so on. It's bullshit. To criticize Israel is not to be anti-Semitic. Half of the nation in Israel, they're critical of Israel. Half the people in Israel don't like Benjamin Netanyahu. So you're going to tell them they're anti-Semitic? It's an absurd. All right. So they had a podcast about a month before he was killed, and Megyn Kelly brought him especially because she felt the same. And he told her, I don't know what the hell is going on. I love Israel. The Judeo-Christian tradition is the same. And then he told her something amazing. I was shocked. He told her, I keep the Shabbat. I don't talk on Shabbat. I don't talk on my phone.
He wrote a book about Shabbat.
Oh, exactly. On that podcast, he told her, I'm writing a book about the Shabbat, the Sabbath, the Jewish Sabbath, not the Christian Sabbath, because, we have the seventh-day Christians. And he told her, I don't even understand what they want from me. I've been saying that for Israel's benefit, for Israel's sake, they should end the war in Gaza because public opinion is turning against them. As a military man all my life, I say the same. We dragged the war and we were losing it by dragging it. It had to end in 2-3 months. We didn't do it. And then I heard his wife, when he got the Medal of Freedom, I think, Alexander, what it's called? Well, Trump just gave him, Medal of Freedom, I think. The highest award, the civilian award in United States, it was just given to his wife, to Charlie Kirk. Posthumously, it was given to his wife. And she said that Charlie Kirk had one day off, it's the Sabbath, and his phone was off. He will not be talking on the Sabbath on his phone. And that guy, people, the ADL, were going and saying that he was anti-Semitic. Shame on them.
I
And
just want to,
this,
yeah, I just want to say, intellectually, for Christians, I mean, the Ten Commandments. I mean, Jesus was a Jew. He was a practicing Jew.
and he died a Jew.
Yeah, so I think intellectually, there's a lot of logic keeping the Ten Commandments. What he did is very intellectually honest. You know, is
No, you're wrong about Christianity, and I studied that in depth because I live with Christians. No, they say, just for your knowledge, and maybe even the Christians who are listening to us, why they do not keep the commandments. That we, the Jewish people, we still keep 613 commandments. Taryag mitzvot, 613 mitzvot. Christians
No,
don't
no.
do that. Why? Because Paul, after Paul, the main priest, was sent to Damascus to capture and kill all the heretics, meaning the new Christians, the Jesuits, the Jewish Christians. He had this vision on the way to Damascus. Jesus came to him and said, "What are you doing?" And he saw the vision and he flipped and he became the biggest name in Christianity. Paul. What's his Hebrew name, Alexander?
Shaul Tarsi.
Shaul Tarsi. Thank you. Shaul Tarsi became Paul. All right. I don't know why. What's the connection between Saul and Paul? Oh, fine. So Paul started Christianity. He laid the foundations of Christianity, that you don't need to circumcision, you don't need to keep Shabbat, you don't need to eat kosher, and you can sit down with Gentiles and eat with them. Why? Because Jesus, when he died, he became the way and the only way to salvation. So the mitzvot have lost their relevance, their importance. Now I got a big news for the Jewish people, Shmuel. Listen to this one. When Mashiach comes, listen to this. I'm sure a lot of Jewish people don't know that. I studied that. When Mashiach comes, no more mitzvot. They will be void. Yes. No more Shabbat, no more kashrut, nothing. Nothing.
who says that?
It's part of our Jewish tradition. See, you're shocked. Study it. And Paul, he built on that because Jesus is the Messiah. Okay? He came. He is the Messiah. There is no more mitzvot. And through Jesus, you have salvation. And that's actually a Jewish thought. So, but Charlie Kirk says, well, listen, until the second coming, when the whole world will know that Jesus is the only Messiah, and so on and so on, which we can, as Jewish people, we do not accept, but we respect because it's our Christian brothers. We respect it. We don't accept it because we're Jewish, all right? But we respect it. And Paul said, Charlie Kirk says, until the second coming, there is the Shabbat. And I will honor what my Jewish brothers are doing by keeping the Shabbat. And he even wrote a book about the Shabbat. It wasn't published, okay. He was scheduled to visit Israel and meet with Netanyahu. And he wrote to Netanyahu about a 5 or 6 pages letter about the war. All of it full support to Israel, which now brings us, I hope, to our next section in the podcast, Candace Owens. Candace Owens.
But I just a second. I want before we enter this conspiracy land, I want just a few words about the narrative, the assassination narratives, like. Authorities, I mean, they caught Tyler Robinson, right? And they say he was a radical leftist. He had a transgender boyfriend, right? And
he was transgender himself. He was a furry. That's the exact term. He was a furry.
Much respect to the furries. I'm not,
And we don't care about it. Continue. We don't care
Yes,
about
we
it.
do care about them because they average more than 100 times the amount of convicted sex offenders compared to the general population. I
Okay.
care very much about them. I
Right
care very
now,
much
I
about
care
them being
about
removed from any
Ken.
educational system.
Yeah.
I fully agree with you, Alexander, but I want to talk about Candace Owens.
So
Because Tyler Robinson is in jail. Whatever happens to him will not affect us. Candace Owens affects us every day, every hour, and I got a lot to say about that.
So immediately, like 2 days after the assassination, immediately there start to arise allegations, and the official narrative is not right, and all kinds of experts said, they couldn't shoot from that distance, which is not correct, and all kinds of other things. And then, like you say,
from that
Candy,
angle, not from that distance. From
no,
that
they also
angle.
said about They also said that the distance is too long for.
No one says that. For that
Nobody
gun,
said
you
that.
shoot a
They
kilometer.
did. For a non-professional, there was a claim. There was a claim like that. No, never mind.
All right, whatever.
I can show you. But
listen, with the glasses in the yellow page for shooting, I can see the dot in the middle. And when I fired, I put all 5 bullets with the
180 yards. It's
Anybody
nothing.
can make
It's
that
nothing.
shot, especially with
Okay,
telescopic
continue,
sight.
Shmuel. Leave it. Don't get stuck.
Okay, yeah. So and then Candace Owens, she's like a main figure in all these other theories, and she started by saying all kinds of things like Charlie was going through a spiritual transformation. He was going to become Catholic, which his best friend Andrew Clavin later said it's not true. And also, like, she has so many theories, like even like she has a communist bee theory, something totally crazy about the bees, and you have some of her things that she says are just like a borderline
it's
crazy.
The school's motto: just tell people what you're talking about. The bees. There was like the bee in the University of Virginia. There's bees and stuff like that, and someone spoke about the bees before he was assassinated. But I really don't care about that unless you guys want to talk about it. I don't care about the conspiracies. I care about Candace Owens because I got to tell you some personal knowledge about this and why she's doing all these crazy things. And once you guys finish, I'm going to break you with some news.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Alexander, please, let's...
okay.
I will say that according to Kanye West's interview with Alex Jones several years ago, the reason that Candace Owens and Kanye West too are so anti-Israel is because criminal elements connected directly to Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump have used stock manipulation to cause both of them to lose hundreds of millions of dollars in investments. And that is why they blame not specifically Jared Kushner and his associates, but the Jewish people in general. Because like most people who are not familiar with the subject of internal Jewish squabbling, they think that ADL and AIPAC and the leftist American groups in general are representative of the Jewish people as a whole and of the state of Israel too. And because we don't scream loudly enough, these are not Jews, these are heretics, we don't even give them citizenship in Israel if they are reformist or conservativist or messianic Jews. We don't give them citizenship because they're not Jews according to Israeli law. This fine difference has not been clarified to Candace Owens and Kanye West, and that is why they hate all Jews, because they think all Jews share the opinion of these criminal groups that robbed them.
I lost you completely. Who lost money? Who lost hundreds of millions
Candace
of dollars
Owens
because of
and
Jared
Kanye West
and Ivanka?
Candace Owens and Kanye West were through stock manipulation lost money in their investment portfolio to the tune of
Together?
hundreds of
They were
millions of
together
dollars.
by losing money?
They lost money because of
the Jews.
because of
No,
manipulations connected to
no. This is
associates
serious
of
stuff
Jared
because
Kushner.
How do
That
they
is
know
what
it's Jared
Candace
Kushner?
Owens said. I cannot confirm if that is true.
when did
but
this
I suspect
happen?
it
When
is.
did this happen, Alexander? Please answer questions. I want to
In
ask
the
you some
famous
questions.
interview of Kanye West on the Alex Jones show, it was a few months before the election. It was when he
What did
was
he
wearing a
say?
mask and screaming
What
that he
did he
loves
say?
Hitler. You want me to
What-
find the exact date? I can.
No, I
give
don't
it
care
to
about the exact date. A few months. It's good. What did he say?
you.
Tell
Years.
us.
Again, fourth round. Kanye West alleges that criminal elements connected
Connected
directly
to Jared
connected with
Ivanka.
Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump performed stock manipulations that caused Kanye West and, in a similar method, Candace Owens to lose hundreds of millions of dollars of
I
their
got you.
investment
Okay,
portfolio.
how is this connected to Charlie Kirk assassination?
We were talking about Candace Owens, and you were coming up with explanations why she is extremely anti-Jewish and anti-Israeli.
Oh, okay, I get you now. Thank you. I got you. So
The
you
allegation
say
is
it's
that
been
several
shot.
years ago she lost millions of dollars.
Do they need a loan? Maybe I can help them. Maybe they do they need a loan? I have a few shekels in the bank. I can send. No, because I think they're filthy rich. So I don't know. But
yes, and when you're filthy rich and lose 1/3 of your net worth, it is very, very troubling to you.
And also, but Candace Owens, she was in the Daily Wire up until like half a year ago or something. So with the Jews, with Ben Shapiro, 2 years. I don't think it it really explains. I think my theory is, first of all, yeah, because what she had with the Daily Wire, the whole that they threw out, and also the second thing is, I think she's just an opportunist. I think she's just a narcissistic psychopath, allegedly, and she wants more views, and she like a parasite. She finds this place that she can get like millions of views, and the Israeli, and she keeps on going with this. It's not.
Right.
That's my theory. That's the main thing. I think.
Right.
That's
so I don't want to use any pejorative terms against Candace Owens or even Kanye West or none of them.
Okay.
You don't want to go the same path that they're going, and if they're gonna raise the protocols of the elders of Zion that we rule the world, let them. It's okay. I don't want to call anyone you're a psychopath and you're crazy and I don't even want to say you're anti-Semitic. I want to debate them on the facts. For me as a lawyer, I just want to talk facts. And when you go in front of a judge, you don't call somebody psychopath or crazy and lunatic. You don't do that. You state fact. So what happened, what Alexander says, it might be a fact, it might be conspiracy, I don't know, so I cannot comment. That she lost hundreds of millions of dollars, let's say tens of millions of dollars. It's devastating, I'm sure. And if she thinks that Jared Kushner and Ivanka did some manipulation,
Jared Kushner, Ivanka, and the ADL used legal means to attack her.
I see.
Bring down her investments.
So I already told you, Alexander, I don't like the ADL. I think ADL is doing a lot of damage to the Jewish people
by attacking
Jared Kushner and by attacking Megyn Kelly. I think the ADL are helping one people only, the ADL themselves. They live off charity and contributions of the Jewish people. They need to justify their impoverished existence. They need headlines. They need to show that they're doing something. I don't like.
Yeah, but we're talking about the facts. So where are the facts? I mean, I was in day trading and the stock market for many years, and I got swindled. I actually brokers like they did all kinds of illegal stuff to me, and I have the facts, but I don't understand how you can know that the ADL did something to specifically to him. And if you know, go to the trial. Go to the. It's the same sort of accusation. Everything is a Jews. Everything is Israel. If you have factual evidence, go to the trial.
You're catching me on a tired day, and just like Yonatan Boteach claimed that he watched all the interviews between Charlie Kirk and Megyn Kelly, and he didn't see any time he complained about Israel until I showed him the link. If you want it so bad, I'll force myself to watch the Kanye West Alex Jones interview again and come back with more details.
It's not about you.
Put the link for the viewers, and that's it. And let's move on.
I believe you, Popko. It's not about you. It's about his claims. The guy who made a video about Hitler.
We don't need to go there. We don't need to go there.
That happened after that.
No, but I'm just saying, if he has evidence, go to the trial and sue them. I mean, that's what I mean. It's just all the time. It's the same thing. Accusations. Okay. The Jews are they're to blame for everything. Go to you have law. You have
No, you don't have laws. Do you have Hunter Biden in prison for 500 years? Do you have even what was that little shit's name? Huma Abedin's husband. He was 3 times convicted on pedophilia charges.
Mr. Dick something.
What? What?
There are a lot of people who committed open treason and various other awful crimes. Hillary Clinton is connected to 150 mysterious deaths, and she's not in prison. So no, there is no rule of law. Definitely not in the United States.
All right, guys, can we stop? Can we move on? Let's talk about Candace Owens, because I think that this is the thing that most concerns us in Israel. And she's not crazy. She's not a lunatic. She's nothing. I think what Shmuel is saying is correct. She is looking for clicks and for fame and for money. And you know what? She's very successful at that. She's doing a fantastic job of getting an audience. Why? Because Macron's wife is a man, and she knows it. And she's dying for them to sue her, because now she will get millions of dollars donations to finance her trial for the bullshit that she is publishing. That even if it's true, what the hell? Why the hell do you have to talk about this?
They did sue her. They sued her. They sued her.
I know they're suing her, and now she's getting money because of the lawsuit. So what happened with Candace Owens? I think Shmuel is right. She was thrown out of the Daily Wire. She was thrown out shamefully by Ben Shapiro, whom we all love and support. She began with Dennis Prager, one of the most influential Jewish men in the United States. Unfortunately, he had a terrible accident. I think he's paralyzed now. So unfortunate. But she was like his student. I don't want to say a daughter. She grew up with Dennis Prager.
Yeah, I get it.
She moved on.
Kanye West lost $246 million because Adidas terminated the partnership with him because the ADL declared him anti-Semitic and pressured them to cancel the deal.
That's not manipulation. That's not manipulation. I remember that. That's not manipulation.
No, that's something else.
That's a commercial decision. It's a business decision. That's not. They made a decision. I know that. Okay, fine. Now I got you. Thank you. But factually, you were correct. He can say, "Oh, the Jews." Yeah, this happened. I don't know, 3 years ago, I think. Okay, fine. So she was thrown out. She was humiliated. And now comes my family's part in this. My nephew, Rabbi Shmuly Boteach. He was on the Piers Morgan podcast with her. They got into a huge fight. Rabbi Shmuly, once again, is the son of my deceased brother. He's doing a lot of things that I cannot really understand, and I'm being here gentle. Okay? We don't really understand what is going on. Just like Candace Owens, Rabbi Shmuly loves publicity and fame and to be on the headlines. And, you know, he's very famous. He was Michael Jackson's rabbi. He calls himself to this day Rabbi, America's rabbi, and stuff like that. He did a lot of interesting things. He came to Alexander about 20 years ago. He brought Al Sharpton with him to Israel to go and talk to Arafat. And he invited me to talk to Al Sharpton, and I went and I spoke with Al Sharpton because at that time they had the bombing in the restaurant in Haifa. This Palestinian girl blew herself up and she killed something like 20 people in a restaurant. And I told Al Sharpton, we met in a restaurant in Jerusalem. Thanks God it wasn't blown up by any young Palestinian girl. We all survived that meeting. Very nice. I told him, listen, I'm being honest, I feel pity for her that she was pushed and brainwashed into blowing herself up to kill innocent people for a national cause, which will never be achieved by suicide bombings. And we ask you, Mr. Al Sharpton, to be our messenger. Tell the Palestinian people that suicide bombings will not change anything in the Middle East. What will change the Middle East is that if they will come and talk to us, not blow us up, because if they will blow us up, we will retaliate and it's going to escalate. And then they went to meet Arafat, and maybe it was more than 20 years ago, maybe 30 years ago. I can't remember. Whatever. So he did some interesting stuff. Rabbi Shmuly is also was connected heavily to Edelson. Now he's supported by Miriam Edelson. She gives him a lot of money to publish full-page ads in the New York Times and to say their things. So he's quite famous. Anyone on a show on the podcast with Piers Morgan, this happened less than a year ago. They got into a fight about him calling her anti-Semitic. And she told him, oh, and your daughter is selling sexual objects in Tel Aviv?
Accessories.
Really? Huh?
Sexual accessories.
Accessories. With Nerot Shabbat. With the Shabbat candles, she is... Not really. For us in the family, it's a huge... I would say, gently say, it's a mystery what is happening. I don't know what is happening. I heard him defend her that she's expressing herself. Okay, fine. I used to be very close to him. I was in his house when he had his son about less than 20 years ago, and Michael Jackson came to say Mazel Tov. Michael Jackson came. He was his rabbi at that time. That was before all the allegations with the sexual things he had with the little boys. And right after Michael Jackson was accused, Rabbi Shmuly dropped him and kept his distance. And I was furious with him. I told him, Shmuly, what the fuck are you doing? The guy needs you now. He says, well, I don't know what he did. I said, well, okay, you don't know, but you have to support him. He's still innocent until proven otherwise. And Shmuly kept his distance, and I cut. I didn't like what he was doing. And ever since then, I have my reservations about whatever he's doing. So then he had this burst, emotional burst, explosion with Candace Owens. And I think that's the point where Candace Owens turned crazy against Israel and against the Jewish people. Before that, she was already full because she was thrown out by Ben Shapiro. Then comes America's rabbi, my nephew, and tells her, you're anti-Semitic and you have no shame and all this. And she blew out. And since then, it's all history. Now, we are lucky, Alexander, that she's making one huge mistake. Why? Because she wants fame from the another side. She is attacking the Protestants in the United States. She's claiming that Charlie Kirk was almost became a Catholic, and Protestantism is connected to the devil. And people, the evangelicals, are going crazy about her. And I see now on YouTube so many black Protestant people attacking her like crazy. How dare you? And the last thing, a few days ago, Alexander knows what I'm going to say. Charlie Kirk, she had a vision just like Shaul Atarsi, just like Paul on the way to Damascus, she had a vision. Charlie Kirk came to her and told her, Candace, you're the only one I trust. You should know that I was assassinated by Mossad, not by Mossad. She didn't elaborate, but you should know. Candace, I only trust you. I was assassinated.
I was betrayed.
Assassinated, betrayed, whatever you want to term it. It's all good for me.
Oh, that's what she said.
And then I said, thank you, Candace, for being crazy, because otherwise people would think that you're normal. People would think that Mossad killed Charlie Kirk. The only question you should ask then is, how come you're alive? Mossad cannot kill you? Yeah. Anyway, guys, we do not hate Candace Owens. We are praying for her just with my Christian brothers on YouTube. I'm praying for her to get back to her senses and to come back to Jesus and to Protestantism and to know that Judeo-Christian values is what build Western society. I think it will happen. We need to give her a chance. We should not hate her until then. We can debate her. We should debate her. But there is a lot of forces that she's attacking now. Eventually, she will collapse. She will come back. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, so thank you very much. I want to add that it's not only Canada. A lot of other people, influencers, that are pushing these theories. And I actually had a conversation with American Jew friend, not a close friend, and he also believed this theory. And I was going nuts. And what I did, I made a video on YouTube that really logically and factually analyzes all these claims. And it's almost an hour. It's about an hour long. And it's not for like people who like these short clips, it's for people who want to actually think and to use critical thinking to analyze these theories.
Well, you put a link and people will watch it.
Yeah, I can put a link. But also,
we can say good night, Israel, and we will continue some other happy time.
Oh, you have to, okay. It's getting late, okay. So you want to stop here? So okay. So
I think it's a good place to stop. You don't want to make it too long.
Okay, yeah. You want Popkov? You want to add something?
No, we'll continue this another time. I'll just find you the famous conversation between.
You add the links. Add the links so we can follow you.
Kanye West wins the 2022 Anti-Semite of the Year award.
Yeah, I made a few clips, but we can see it some other time. But here, can you see this?
Yeah.
We can end with this. It's like, Jedi, somebody made a meme.
That's it.
And there it is.
You see it?
On the link.
Yeah, we see it. What does it say? If you what?
If you strike me down, I will become more powerful. Then you can pass away a magic. So it's
There's
like
the link to the interview. It's 3.5 hours long. You can enjoy it at your
Good
own time.
luck
I don't
with
have that
that.
much.
Yeah, right. We are the TikTok generation, Alex. We need 3.5 minutes. That's what
No,
we want.
I'm in the 6 hours sleep a day generation, and I need 8. I don't have
Yes.
3.5 hours to waste on that piece of shit.
All right, guys. I enjoyed talking to you. And Shmuel, you publish this. And if people like it, we can all join it next week, maybe, and continue. And if people have comments, we would love to hear from you.
yeah.
Ask questions. We promise to answer every single one, especially people who don't like Israel and don't like us. We would love to hear from you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Keep in touch. Be good.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Right.